What's up, y'all? So I know y'all are tired of me with these fucking I told you so videos, but I told you so. Okay? I have to come back and say I told you so because I promise I put these videos out months ago. And I told y'all that Donald Trump would sink this fucking economy. I told y'all that Donald Trump would put us in a war to try to avoid accountability for them motherfucking Epstein files. I literally told y'all this was gonna happen. What do? Y'all always call me Miss Cleo, thinking that that's insulting or whatever the fuck y'all think, but it's not, okay? But I know that very soon, okay? Everything that I told y'all was going to happen will probably happen. About 80% of it has happened right now, okay? But let's get into the cards that I've pulled because listen here, America. This is a very, very karmic situation, a very karmic lesson that the universe is trying to teach us. And I know y'all don't want to hear it, but it has everything to do with how white people have enslaved people of color, okay? Not just black people, not just Asian people, not just Latin people, not just Native American people, but y'all have enslaved and destroyed this entire planet. I said it. White people are at fault, and this is the karmic situation that is about to explode. This is the karmic situation that is about to happen. Shit's about to pop off in flames, just as this card says. What's going on now? We're in a war that we have nothing the fuck to do with because y'all jumped in the bed with the devil. Who is the devil? Y'all president, because he'll never be mine. Ever. I did not vote for him in 2016. I did not vote for him in 2020. And I did not vote for him this time. Okay? I saw the sham of a president that he was. I saw how he destroyed his own fucking businesses. I saw that he was a terrible boss. Okay? So y'all hated Omarosa, but you should have listened a little bit when she stepped up out of the White House with him because she was telling people what was going on. Back then, she was telling y'all what type of piece of shit he was, but you didn't hear it. You know, y'all don't hear nothing from folks when they trying to tell you the truth, okay? But y'all decided to jump in the bed with the devil again because he fed y'all racism. Made you feel like, oh, now we're going to have people of color under our heel. We are going to make them beholden to us. See, y'all thought this was your chance to shine, not taking into consideration that this very same felon, this very same pedophilic freak that y'all have put in office, in 2016, his behavior had gotten worse. Okay? He has been the same piece of shit for most of his life. Okay? And I say most of his life because I went back and I looked him up. Back to when he was a teenager, he was a piece of shit then, okay? He was probably probably became a piece of shit at 5 years old. But somehow y'all thought things were going to be different. Y'all thought somehow he was going to learn to control that temper. He was going to learn to control himself and conduct himself as a sitting U.S. president should. But no, ma'am. No, sir. No, he did exactly what I said. Destroyed this fucking country. And in the midst of him destroying our country, he's trying to destroy other countries. You know why? Because his ass is falling apart and dying. And see, his plan to go to war and just bomb Iran and just run up out of there like he did Venezuela and grab the president and all that shit. See, that shit didn't work. His little plan is falling apart because Iran is hitting back. Okay? And universally, spiritually, I want you to know, fellow Americans, white Americans, this is y'all fault. This is your karma for the way that you have treated everyone, but specifically my people. That 400-year contract is up. And it was up in 2016, but this is the aftermath of it that's going on because y'all went backwards again and hopped in the bed with the devil again. So now y'all getting spanked. Now we all getting fucked around because of y'all. War falling all apart. Donald Trump's plans is failing, and now he's running, hiding it in behind. Oh, I demand a ceasefire, whatever in the fuck bullshit he's saying. But Iran saying, fuck you, motherfucker. We gonna fight to the death, and you know what? I believe them. I don't care what y'all talking about. Oh, the U.S. military is one of the toughest, bravest. I don't give a fuck. There was no strategy going into this. There was no reason for the U.S. to show up, which is why the U.S. is running. Because Iran is dropping a firestorm on our motherfucking heads. As they should. Okay? See, Trump has been playing with his followers. Those of you who are capitulating to him, those of you who are Trump supporters, yeah, your stupid ass, your emotional intelligence. See, he put this show on for you, okay? For y'all dumb ass, for y'all motherfucking fruit cup throwing ass, easily telling you lies about what's going on. Oh, we've totally annihilated this and that. No, he didn't. The U.S. is getting their ass kicked, okay? Do you see the report about almost 200 soldiers being injured right now, okay? Gravely injured. Not just, oh, I got shot in the thigh. I got shot in the ass. No, they're lying. The U.S. is getting steamrolled and fucked over that motherfucker. And if he has his way, a lot of our family members are going over there that are in the military. But because y'all emotional intelligence is low, y'all bought into this shit. You bought into the lies. Him being the no more wars president when, in fact, he had a hidden agenda the whole time. See, him and Bibi and them been meeting in secret. They've already been doing this. They've been doing this probably since about 2010, having these meetings about what they were going to do. See, him and Bibi and Putin and all of them they're in cahoots together. Okay? Although Putin is a, backstabbing little motherfucker, he's gonna get the shit done his way. He's gonna ruin the U.S. his way. Okay? But Trump sat his fat ass down at the table with them. Okay? Yes, I'll go to war with Israel and I'll do this and I'll go to war alongside Israel. Let me say that. He agreed to go to war alongside Israel to get Israel's bottom line, because all Trump wants to do is hide what's been going on. So yeah, see, the war benefits nobody but rich men, okay? Rich men, I said it, rich men, because they ain't letting you bitches with some paper piss at the table, are they? You stupid bitch. Anyway, this is all it benefits. Everyone who is supportive of this war, these rich folk, they have received gifts, and their greed, okay? Their greed is what's making them want to keep this fucking war alive. Meanwhile, they're just covering up for the Epstein files and trying to clean them up, okay? And also trying to hide the fact that the U.S. is teetering very close to being bankrupt, okay? They're hiding evidence, okay? They're hiding the fact that Donald Trump is no more than a motherfucking thug who should have been arrested rather than being our 47th president. But I digress, because you cult members, okay? You motherfucking MAGA cult motherfuckers are the motherfuckers who are going to feel it worse. And I hope that you are going through it. I hope that your family is suffering. I hope that you are fearing for your life, because those threats Iran made are not just threats, honey. These are promises. I'm going to get to that next, okay? No, I know y'all don't want to hear it, but that news that has been popping up that your president is losing and that the U.S. is under a firestorm and this is looking like karma and these endings and losses are causing you to have a mental breakdown and you're under pressure and you're regretting your vote. No, baby, it's too late. We see you for who the fuck you are. You are a piece of shit. You voted against your own interest because you wanted to be racist, and now you are going to find out that racism is extremely expensive. No matter what the fuck happens, you are going to pay for voting for this jackass. It doesn't matter how much you try to run away or separate yourself from Trump, or how do I learn? You knew better. You were just being racist, and because you were being racist, we should treat y'all just like the jackasses that you voted for, okay? Anyway, it's game over for the U.S., okay? Them folk in Iran ain't playing, okay? And neither are those countries that are going to align or continue to align with them. Listen to me when I tell y'all, these folk are very kamikaze, and they will commit a crime of passion real quickly. Especially because Trump decided to disrespectfully pull this shit during Ramadan. You disrespectful, pale, bloated, big, fat, white son of a bitch. You disrespected these people's holy month, and they gonna tear your ass up. I pray that none of my family members or friends are hit. Y'all pray for your own people. None of my followers, family members, and friends are hit. I pray for my people that follow me, okay? Because they heard me. Y'all didn't. These folks gonna get their revenge, okay? And they are not playing, all right? They warning y'all about them sleeper cells for a reason. Trump administration trying to downplay it because they've got security. What I'm telling you is you better be careful, okay? Because them folks that's out here that's already overseas and traveling, trying to make their way to a safer way to get to an airport that will transport them back to the U.S., y'all might be trapped, okay? And I pray that y'all make it home safely, but I'm telling you, the U.S. got life insurance on you. You just might be the sacrificial lamb. Because eventually, they will start to take prisoners of war. American prisoners of war. But mostly, they are looking to seek revenge in death. They are going to get revenge for the Ayatollah's death. Don't give a fuck how patriotic you think you are, you weak, soft, punk ass, bitch ass motherfucker. Why you ain't over there fighting then? Because you're a bitch, and your mama's a bitch, and your daddy is a fucking bitch as well. You're a bitchy family. But this is what they coming for, y'all, okay? And there is anger in my voice because there are innocent people that are more innocent people that are going to die. Just like those 180 or more girls that died in that school bombing that the U.S. did. They're not playing, honey. They're going to make sure that they put it on social media, too. They're going to hit some type of power supply out here, y'all. I don't know what they're intending on cutting, but they're going to cut it. And I told y'all 9/11 was going to happen again. They are going to find out wherever America is hosting its military or where there are Americans at, baby, and they are going to travel. And they are going to tear some shit up. And they are not above hitting our neighborhoods or making accidents happen on our road. Like I said, because of Donald Trump and his voters. This might be game over for us, y'all. I pray for our safety, and I'm going to put us all in a Jericho plan. All of us except for you Trump supporters. I hope they firebomb your shit right now. I hope that those karmic ties to Donald Trump, those ties you had to have, you just had to have him back in office. I hope your family is hit first. For the rest of us, I pray for peace and blessings upon us. Because shit's about to get bad, y'all.